Hello, lovelies. Welcome once again to the Bridget Rose and Vine channel. Sometimes I say that too fast. Bridget Rose and Vine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the past week and welcome to a new week. Now, I want to do a quick video in the light of the recent happenings about online security. And of course, those of my fans in the western part of Africa, especially Nigeria, based on the recent arrest of Hush Puppy and his clones, there is a need to be very careful when you are online. Okay, so we're just going to talk quickly about a few steps and about a few things that you need to be very careful about when you are online. Number one, the apps that you store on your phone. You need to be very careful. I know that some of us go to Google Play Store, but every now and again Google Play Store also goes through, Google also goes through the apps that they allow on their apps on their Play Store, just to be sure about the authenticity and about the security settings of these apps and how much access that they have to the contents of your phone. So some of the apps, from time to time, they review them and then they blacklist them. Now we have to be racially sensitive to the word black, so anyway, they are marked for they query the apps, and so you have to keep in touch with the recent findings. Like for me, this morning I recently just uninstalled video, they all called the video maker, yes, on my app, because I read a newspaper article that says that it's one of the apps now amongst the recent 25 that Google Play Store has, blacklisted. Then the second thing that you want to take note of is, how do you click on the links that you see popping up or attached to your mails? You have to be very, very careful before you click. Please take a break. Don't be too quick to just click. No, you have to take a pause and look at the mail. I recently got a mail on my Yahoo claiming to be from Yahoo. The first thing that caught my attention is they said, "Dear user." Now, just like your bank, for those of you who also receive fraudulent mails that claim to be from your bank, just like your bank, those platforms will never call you their user. Most likely will never call you their user. They will call your name. They have your details. They will address you with your surname more often. So that was a big red flag for me. The second thing, the font style was just all over the place. The body of the mail, there's just different font styles. Even the way it was typed, it didn't look like it was professionally done. It was just all over the place. The way the mail ended was another thing for me. It just seemed off. And then I'm gonna put the picture here so that you can see. And then another thing that caught my attention was when you go to the head of the mail, they put, they said it was from AOL and then Yahoo. Now the Yahoo font style and all of that, anybody with a good picture editing tool can do that. The whole Yahoo with the hyphen thing by the side, that's not, and the whole exclamation mark by the side, sorry, that is not exactly so difficult to recreate. But the AOL one was the one that caught my attention. Now, it said it was www.aol.net. Red flag. I went to the AOL site. AOL is www.aol.com, not .net. And then the tone of the mail, every time you get this mail from this person, from this group of guys, sometimes they make it sound like it's something that you have to address very quickly. There is a lot of urgency attached to the mail. It said to me, "Oh, you have not upgraded to the latest version of Yahoo, so Yahoo is going to cancel out your mail if you don't quickly upgrade to the new version of Yahoo." And then of course they put something there for you to click. I ain't clicking on nothing. I did not click. So don't be too quick to click, especially if they send you stuff from your bank to say click. Do not click. Okay, so you have to be very careful about these things. If you're using, another thing you have to be very careful about, if you are using a public system, don't store your passwords on the system. People make the mistakes of doing that. Sometimes you probably use an office system and it just tells you, do you want to store? I know it's always easier because we don't want to keep remembering our passwords, and so it tells you, do you want to store your password? And sometimes you say yes. That's dangerous. You must always have your password at hand. Enter it. Do not say never. For those of us who have iPads, I know this present age and time where people lose their iPads and lose stuff. Sometimes if you have, as long as you have internet connection on that iPad, if that iPad gets stolen and they have access somehow, they just crack into your iPad, your mail is open, because of course every time if you have your mail on your personal device, you're not going to keep logging in and all of that, so it's already open, and so they can go and steal for relevant information. So as soon as you know that, you need to find another system, quickly log in to your mail, sorry about that, quickly log into your mail and make sure that you change the password of any of the stuff that you have on your device that you have lost, so that that person cannot have access to your mail. You still have your phone, wherever you have like a backup for security codes to be sent to, make sure you have that, so that you can, that's why it's always good to have either your mail or your phone, so that you can quickly put that in there and block your SIM or whatever it is, and go in there, change your password. So please, 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 I know sometime back when we used to also go to the cyber cafes, now we are all working cyber cafes, but when we used to go to cyber cafes, I remember not logging out of the system because my time was over and I just walked away. And then prior to that time, I was talking with my cousin, and she was in Budapest, and then she reached out to me and she said, "Hey, where are you?" I'm like, "In my room." "Are you online?" I said, "No, I'm in my room. I've left the cyber." And she said, "Did you log out?" I'm like, "No, I didn't log out. I just left. I was out of time. I just walked away." And she said, "Someone is chatting with me at the moment and they're asking me for money. I know that cannot be you. That's why I'm reaching out to you." And of course, I tried to remember my security password to change my Yahoo Mail, my Yahoo Mail password, and my security questions to change my Yahoo Mail password. And of course, I didn't remember. So I lost my first Yahoo Mail. But it's just to let you know that you really have to be careful with these things, okay? We leave little bits of ourselves every time we go online that these scammers can pick up on and infiltrate and abuse, okay? So until we meet again in my next video, take great care of yourselves.